Faza'il A'maal, More Trouble Than It's Worth, Part 28, Takhrij, Hadith Analysis 2, 3 Under the Throne. So here we have the second of 4 separate Takhrij videos, and here is the Hadith in Arabic. The English of it goes as follows. 3 things will be under Allah's throne on the Day of Judgment. The Quran, which has both an explicit and an implicit nature, will discuss or argue with people. The second thing will be trust, amana. The third thing will be kinship, or the womb. Kinship will say, O Allah, complete those that maintain ties with me, and cut off those that break kinship ties. So this is the Arabic and the English. The checker of this hadith is Sheikh Turkistany. He says that the author says this hadith comes from Sharh Sunnah, and the isnad is da'if. So now we go into detail with this isnad. The first thing you can say about the isnad is Sharh Sunnah that is mentioned is a book by Al-Baghawi, and also this hadith is collected by an individual called Hakim At-Tirmidhi, who is not to be confused with the author of Sunnah Tirmidhi, who is Abu Isa At-Tirmidhi. And it's also collected by a book called Tahdhib Al-Athar of Imam At-Tabari, and that is the sources of this hadith. So unlike the first one, this actually has a source. But Al-Uqayli says in his book Ad-Du'afa Al-Kabir, the great weak ones, that many of the narrations of Abdullah Al-Yashkari from Hassan from Abdurrahman ibn Auf are not authentic in their isnad. And then he proceeds to give the isnad of such a thing that's not authentic. And then in this footnote he gives a different version of the Arabic. ثَلَاثَةٌ فِي ذِلْ الْأَرْشِ. There are 3 who are in the shade of the Arsh. And it continues. Dhahabi said about this narration, this isnad, in his book Al-Ulu li-Ali al-Ghaffar fi idah Sahih al-Akhbar wa Sakimiha. He said this isnad is munkar, it's rejected. And Al-Albani himself in his book Silsilat Ahadith al-Da'ifa wa Mawdu'a, the page number and the references given, he also made it weak. Imam Suyuti actually indicated to it being Hasan, so good, but these other luminaries clearly did not agree with him in that. Stay tuned for many more parts.